Hi guys, I'm here with Brett from the Kettlebell Club in Charleston. Brett is going to explain the bench press and talk a little bit about it.
All right.
Over to Brett.
Hey, so we're going to work on some bench press techniques here. Taco is going to get set up and we're going to walk through the bench press together and I'll just coach as you go. So he's going to clean his bell up into position. I'm going to step this way just so to make sure we're in the camera range here. He's going to get his stance, so find your shoulder width stance. Personally, when I set it up, whatever side I rotate to with the bell, I turn that foot out slightly so I can find some space in that hip as I go. So from here, you're going to take that arm, and you're going to scrape your lat as hard as you can, opening your chest, almost like trying to put your elbow in your back pocket, but pull the elbow under, and he's locked in nice and tight. He's going to take his free hand, he's going to hook it into his hip here, and as he pushes into his hinge, he's going to keep the weight sitting right here on my hand as he pushes back into his hinge. He's going to hinge, 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 hinge. Perfect. That's beautiful. Nice thoracic rotation through the spine. Shoulders, hand, are stacked over the knee and the foot. Here he's going to standing up in one motion, up to lockout, back to square. And he's completed his bench press back to his rack. And then park the bell safely. Cool. Awesome. That was a beautiful bench press right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. So some of the common faults, we'll just go weightless. So it's kind of set up here so make sure we can see. People clean the bell into their position, so go ahead and act like you have it. And they'll just set the bell out on their side and then try to rotate into it. Well, they've already wasted movement here. Because by the time you get set, so go ahead and rotate and then press into the hand as you go in. And so notice right here, you hit a point where you have still got some slack. So in general, for some people, you got some great mobility so you can make up for it. But they would have to drop harder or lower to find that position. So come back up under control and bring it back down. But if you bring that back, scrape the lat around the tricep, almost like you're trying to sit it back here. Now go ahead and go into your hinge, and you find it fairly easy, no problem there.
Okay.
Cool. Make a little difference?
Yes.
All right. And then one of the other things, if you just want to find that bottom position in your get bench press, pressing in. So this is beautiful here because I really like, especially with big weights, your hand, your elbow, your shoulder, your hip, knee, and foot are almost perfectly in line. So with bigger weights, you got a nice structural balance here, and you're not just relying on the ligamentation or the muscle to hold you in place. So let's just go ahead and stand you up out of there. Cool, perfect. Cool. So a lot of times what we'll see is people will come down, they'll be here, and they'll be shifting all over the place trying to find that balance when we're teaching the bench press. So it's all about just finding that structure to give that integrity to the body.
Yeah. So one thing I always see is people try to press up as they're coming down. They're actually using the shoulder. Is there anything you use or some cues that you use?
A couple things I've used and that helped me and helped some of my people understand that is once they're here in that position, we know muscles don't push, but I like to tell people to think about trying to push their tricep away from their body with their lat. So as they come down, they're trying to press their lat into that position. That gives some people a lot of times I'm not trying to lock my arm out. I'm trying to push with my body to lock it out. I found that. Another cue, obviously you saw me put my hand on top of yours, that's a great one I like to use. Like, all right, don't lose contact as they get set. So once they're set, place your hand just gently on top of theirs. And they just have to kind of keep their hand in yours without trying to push your hand away. That gives them that little bit of biofeedback as well.
Yeah, that's great. Now, there's also different variations of the bench press. Tell me a bit about that.
All right, so there's two variations that I find that tend to be great, tends to happen more often than not. All right, so one is called going to your bench press, and you reach that end range, and you just squat down into it to find that end stop so you don't have to press out. And then just stand it back up. So some people refer to that as a squat version of bench press. Yeah. Then there's more of the windmill style bench press, which is what you have, which you're able to get in that position, set it back, go all the way through it without having to over or drop into it. And it's more of a windmill that we normally would do in kettlebell training.
Okay. So another one I like to use myself is a bench press and a deadlift. So we come into this position, and I'll grab a bell, and then I deadlift it up, and we go back again. So that's another variation I like to teach.
That's awesome too.
Yeah.
Big fan of that.
Absolutely. And you can vary it, you can alternate it, then do your left side. It's also pretty cool. You know any other variations?
Well, we always like to build with it out of the get up or snatch.
Okay.
So, you know, if we're doing complexes, we get up from the ground up.
Mhm.
Once we're up, bring it down into a clean, do our bent press, we're back out, you can bring it back into your rack again, or and then get back down. It's all up to you. And just exploring the movement a lot of times.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So, now that we're here, tell us a bit about your gym.
So this is Charleston Kettlebell Club. We're located in Charleston, South Carolina. We've been here since 2006, and some version of this process ever since.
Okay.
And we do a little bit of everything, not just kettlebells. We do a lot of bodyweight training. Obviously, that's one of the hardest things to teach people is how to really control their body weight. They're really great at picking up a heavy deadlift, but you have them do a proper push-up, and it's just like watching a fish out of water.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we also do a lot of barbell training as well.
Yeah. You mix it up. That's awesome. I like that too. You know, use whatever's good for you, basically. You do pull-ups? Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
I'm actually, between you and me, and now our audience, I'm actually training to do the Beast Tamer, which is the single arm press with a 48, hanging with a pull-up from a dead hang, neck to bar, and the pistol squat. That's where I'm at right now. So pull-ups has always been my weak link in that, being a little bit bigger guy for that. Strapping that extra 105 pounds on is a challenge.
I can imagine. Absolutely.
And the first phase of that is finished up this past week, and just coming up on my off week, and then start the next phase with weighted pull-ups next week.
Yeah, awesome. So if people want to come and join your class here or train with you, what do I need to do?
All right, so obviously CharlestonKettlebellClub.com is a great place. Phone number here is 843-225-6622. You can give us a call anytime, or you can hit us up on Facebook, and we'll get back to you as fast as possible, and we'll get you set up.
Well, thanks for that, Matt.
It's awesome.
So come and check it out and see you here.